I like I like I like these deep intellectual conversations. This brother is critiquing what's the name? Warren, the pimp guy. I haven't seen his content in a long time, and there's another brother. They're talking about fake SYSBM. Haven't even finished it to form an opinion about it, but I just like constant discussions and discovery. Uh, a lot of what this brother here, preference and passion, is saying, I, I, I cannot say that I disagree with it. You know what I'm saying? I think back in a few of my past relationships with Black American women, and it doesn't take you. You know, when I was lost, I didn't know who I was. I didn't know that I was an Israelite. I was still in the world, so to speak, and you know, when when Valentine's Day came around, my ex, she had her own kids. Yes, I was in that situation a long time ago. She would buy stuff for her kids, and she would never buy anything. Well, Valentine's Day for the kids. Okay. Father's Day comes around, and she would barely do anything for me. And I'm just sitting here like, Easter comes around, she's doing stuff for the kids and her family. When do you ever celebrate me? When do you ever celebrate me? And there's a lot of black men that if we come together from different socio-economic backgrounds, I'm not saying all, but I've known so many different black men from different socio-economic backgrounds, and you really get this feeling, and you really get this understanding that uh, our so-called women, they don't value us. They don't value us. I was just talking to this guy. Incidentally, he's a white man, and his kid's mother, she's half white. I think the father is black, and a lot of them, even these mixed chicks, they have the same characteristics. A lot of them do. He's telling me how he's never able to work out a deal where one year he claims the income tax check and gets the money, and the next year she gets it. No, she wants it all the time, like this constant selfishness. And if I'm not talking about you, I'm not talking about you. If you're not like that, then I'm not talking about you. But I've talked to many, many different men, black men, and this one particular white guy. He's sharing the same notes. Like they're yeah, large numbers of them are selfish, right? They don't value us, and we come to this understanding. It's the truth. You know what I'm saying? This is part of the curses. Deuteronomy chapter 28. There's large numbers of them. They don't value us. Large numbers of them, they absolutely cannot stand us. They hate our guts. And they are barely tolerating us to begin with. Yes, there are some black relationships. I'm not going to go into, but I'm not telling you to ignore reality. I'm not telling you to only focus on the positive, because there is negative even within positive. Embrace reality, but also pay attention to the good things. There's so many stories of our FBA people that are graduating from college, and they're young as hell, and they're doing amazing things, and they're inventing things. But also pay attention to there is large numbers of our women that honestly, they do not value us. They do not. And we know this, and we feel this. And a lot of these married men, they are afraid to say the same thing. My wife does not value me. My wife does not go out for me. She does not go out for me when it comes to Father's Day or whatever. There is no big meals being, we don't feel valued. There's a lot of us that feel this way. Not only do we not feel value, but we are, excuse my French, we are treated like shit by our so-called women. It is what it is, man. And you cannot deny it anymore. You can't hide it from yourself. You can't hide it from other people. It is what it is. You know you are being treated like shit. And then when you try to leave and do something else, then you still get treated like shit. How dare you leave? These passport bros are broke. This it's it's this never ending cycle. But the thing about it is I said it I think it was this year. I was like, I don't trust your average black woman. I don't. I don't, because I've had so many different girlfriends, so many different situations where this one was I talked about it before. This one female I was dealing with, she was literally, I think she was 10 years younger than me back in those days, and I was faithful to her, and I was literally having sex with her every day, and she enjoyed it because she was with me, but she still ended up cheated on me, and I never cheated on her. And a lot of us, we have these stories, man. And I remember I said this on somebody's video. I was like, the beginning of this year, I was like, I don't trust black American women. I don't trust them, and I don't have no reason to trust them, because a lot of them, they have shown themselves to be untrustworthy. you know this brother that used to work on my job, same thing. He was telling me how there was a female that he liked, black female. They went to the same high school and whatnot. He was always trying to get at her. She wasn't interested. She wanted the dope boys. And finally, when once they got to be 30 something, she, same thing. She decided she wanted a working man, and then he was working two jobs so that she can stay home. He was telling me this shit. And she was staying home, and he was buying her whatever he could afford within reason, expensive shoes, handbags, whatever. And then he find out that she was cheating on him. And I think the last time I talked to him, because his uncle still works on my job, if I remember correctly, he was saying that he's with a white girl. And I was just sitting here like, I've heard these stories over and over and over again. She was complaining, well, you're never home. Well, you said you wanted me to take care of you and you didn't want to work. So, in order for you to stay home, that's what he was telling me. He's like, in order for her to stay home, I had to work 70, 80 hours a week in order for her to stay home. And she still fucking cheated on me. I've met too many black men that this has happened to, and continues to happen to. And you know uh, we just I represent a lot of men who say we don't trust them. We just don't trust them, right? There's not enough of them that are good, decent, kind, loyal, and faithful. This is just my opinion. I'm not trying to make a negative video. I'm just sharing my feelings. That's just the way I feel about it. There's a lot of them that they will steal money from you. They'll cheat on you. It's been this bad for a long time, and then they turn around and they gaslight and they say it's the black men that are doing this. No, it's them that are not good women. It is what it is. You get tired of the gaslighting. You really do. So that's what I wanted to talk about. I just, it is what it is. I don't tell you to go get a white woman. I don't. I'm not going to tell anybody what to do. And that's about it.